Listen to the problem. It has been noticed that children have a number of problems while they are growing up, while they are in the school or at home. Sometimes the parents or the teacher or people in the community take it very lightly that the children have a problem. Agreed, the problem could be very minor, but it is the age which makes it bigger. A small problem at a young age becomes a very big problem for these young people. As teachers, we need to listen to the problems of our students and accept those problems. It is very important to accept that this is a problem for the student and try to solve the problem by discussion. So, it is possible that a big problem for the student may be something very trifle for the teacher or the parent, but still they must accept that this is the problem being faced by the child or the student. And the best thing to do is to have a discussion, to talk about it, instead of trying to hide it. That is a concept that, as being Pakistanis, we try to hide things. We think if we will cover up things, the problem will disappear like a magic. That is not so. The problem stays and becomes bigger. So it is a good thing to listen to the problem, have an open mind and an open heart to accept the problem, discuss it with the child or discuss it with the student, and then try to find its solutions with having opinion from the student or your child. Because the child should be made aware that it is a very difficult task to think about the solutions. And when he or she will go through the exercise of solving it and looking for answers and solutions, he would realize that it is not always easy to find solutions. One has to really discuss it and find out what are the solutions for that particular problem. Students need to be part of this discussion in order to know both sides of the picture. Again, it is very important for the students or your children to know both sides of the picture. Not only that, it will also give them an understanding of maintaining balance in life and not to be emotional, to react after just knowing one side of the picture. They will be trained to look at both the sides, listen to both the sides, and evaluate the problems coming from both the sides and then decide what they have to do in their life. So, having the knowledge of both the sides would not only be able to make the student's choice to be the right, but it will also train the student to bring balance in his life. Most of the problems arise from corporal punishment in school. Corporal punishment can also take place at home sometimes, and there could be more problems because of that. Another reason for having problems is isolation in life. Somebody is isolated. A child is isolated at home because probably he is being compared by others, and for that guilt, he tries to be separate from others. Language barriers. Because of the language barriers, the student cannot talk to other friends because he doesn't know the language. This can also bring out many problems of frustration for the student. Unfair treatment. Unfair treatment by the community, unfair treatment by the parents, or unfair treatment by the teachers. It is not necessary that these bodies would be aware that they are treating the child unfair. They might think that they are fairly treating the child, but actually unconsciously they might be unfair. Child abuse, negative feelings about culture, community, or school. All these things can bring out numerous problems for the children, and that would make the child very depressed. If there is child abuse going on in the community, if there are negative feelings being brought about the culture in the community or school.